Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. I stay away from politics. I know I say that, but I just need to do a little bit. I need to do a little bit because it's distressing as a senior person. I just need to let you all know what is happening with our seniors. My show is 45, 55, 65, and 75 and older. I'm a 3 times cancer survivor. And I did, a lot has been going on with me, but I'm all about motivating and supporting one another, collaborating with one another, helping one another as seniors, finding deals, you know, encouraging us to stay on the path, stay on the journey, and enjoy life. I'm 83. You got to get to 83. I'm pulling as hard as I can to get you on over here with me. Come on. Come on. You got a long ways to go, but keep one foot in front of the other. But did you know that the shutdown in the 2 Medicare programs? Let me say it again, because somebody over here needs to call somebody and help somebody somewhere that may not know the 2 Medicare programs are shut down as a result of the government shutdown. All right. It says the 2 Medicare programs that expand across the telehealth and in-home hospital care. So telehealth. So, we love telehealth. So you could just, and this is, I think it's in the rural area, in the rural areas where telehealth, people just look on the phone, look on the screen and call the doctor, say something to the doctor. And usually they have it on their phone. That's gone. That is gone. It says here that these programs, so let me go back, expanded telehealth and in-home hospital care during the pandemic. These programs, which allow for virtual appointments and at-home care, expired on September 30th. And so when you got up October the 1st, you did not have virtual appointments and you didn't have at-home care due to Congress' failure to pass a new budget. As a result, many seniors, you know some people. We know some seniors, and you got some seniors. You got Papa and Mima and Uncle somebody and Aunt somebody out there, and they are Medicare can no longer utilize telehealth services unless they meet pre-pandemic criteria. So such as living in a rural area and being within a Medicare provider's office. So you got to go to the Medicare provider's office to use the tele. So if you got to go to the office, you might as well go to the office. You see, listen, there's a poem, you all know the poem, they come for you during the day, they're going to come for me at night. So I'm just saying to you, this may not impact you now, but it's inching its way to impact all of us. And what can we do about it? I don't have an answer. That I don't have. If I had that answer, I would have it worked out. I know that I saw where Otis Moss Jr. asked all of us to pray. And because prayer changes things. Now, many of you are saying, I don't want to do that. That ain't going to work. Look, but it worked. It worked back then, and it works now. There's some proactive things we can do with the 9 trillion and the 9 trillion plus prayer. 9 trillion plus prayer. Somebody sent a message to Jamal for me, Dr. Jamal Bryant and Dr. Otis Otis Moss. He's the third. His dad is the junior. Yeah, he's the third. Because we do need the prayer, and we need the prayer with a $9 trillion plan. Because it's a way you can slow it down or you can stop it. I'm just not gonna throw my hands in the air like I just don't care and say that there's nothing we can do. There is something we can do. We're not going to the streets. No, we're not. Come out the street. Don't encourage your grandchildren. Don't encourage anybody to go to the street, because that's death on arrival. That's DOA. That's DOA. So you're not going out there. But you can do it a different way. And that's where you need to get with these people need to come together and talk about that 9 trillion. In the meantime, telehealth services, that's all some people have. And then the in-home hospital service program has been paused, requiring patients to either be discharged or return to inpatient hospital care. So the hospital beds were freed up in the hospital so that people could be at home. If they could be at home, they needed the kind of care that was okay to get that care at home, so they could free up hospital beds for people who just could not get it, for extreme cases, for emergency cases. Now, those people who were at home either have to go back to the hospital or get kicked off the road as of October 1. People, this is serious. This is serious. This is serious. I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer. What I do know that what I do know is that we got to stop and have a plan. We don't have a plan of action. I see people arguing in the halls. Did you see the halls of Congress where different members of Congress were arguing? Did you see where there's a representative who won her election that's not being seated because she could change the vote? Do you all see what's really going on up there? I say we're gonna look at a little news, but you got to know some of it, and then you got to sift through it and shift through it so you know what to do. I was at the African shop today, and I asked where my friend was, and they said that she was in Kenya. I said, well, all jokes aside, I might need to be trying to figure out how I can go home with you all, and so they said we with open arms, we said, come on, everybody, but I don't feel like I should have to give up my country, tis of thee, for some people who want me erased, when in fact you wouldn't have this country, you wouldn't have what you have. You got it on my back, my ancestors' backs. That's how you got all that, because you were sipping mint juleps while Fred and Susan and Sarah were in the fields, and you call us lazy, but we were out there picking cotton and making sure that you had everything you needed, and we didn't get anything because we were enslaved. And how could you stand around and talk about how smart you are when in fact you set everything up? Everything is set up around you always coming out on top. There's no way for anybody, there's no way for white America to ever be wrong. Not ever. Because the rules are set up to change at any given moment. And you see they have changed. They're changing every second. Every minute they're changing them. And we still want to operate on where the law, there is no law in the land right now. There is no law in the land. Anytime you take one attorney general and take the other attorney general to court, when you were being confirmed, oh no, I'm not going to do that. There's no law, people. We're in a lawless society, and people are lying through their teeth every day all around us. So what is it you got to do? You got to take care of your household. I keep telling you all, I keep telling everybody over and over again, what's going on in your house? Get this house together. Get your house together. Get grandmama them. Get auntie them. Get together. Families do not, if you mad with one another, you get unmad right now. You're not speaking to your sister, you need to call your sister. You're not speaking to your brother, you need to call your brother. You see. And all it, because what we fighting over, and then I don't understand the people who are robbing and killing and stealing. They need a lesson in civics. Once they get them picked up and put in jail, because somebody give them a lesson in civics so they know what the real is going on, what is going on in this world. You still trying to get some red bottom shoes. What did they break in and try to steal? I can't even remember. Whatever it was, they stole a television. They ran out of somebody's house with a TV. Walmart, baby. Walmart got what? A TV? A TV? Really? They got TVs. They giving them away in the Goodwill, in the Salvation Army. They're giving them away in thrift stores. I do not understand the criminal element that has been that's taken over right now, especially in the African Americans. Where are we not teaching our children who we are, who we were, who we can be, and what is expected of us today? Are we not doing that anymore? The people say, Malajiji said, oh, you old-fashioned. Okay, I'm going to go and be old-fashioned. I'm going to be old-fashioned so I can keep all of them out of jail. Let my old-fashionedness keep them out of jail. Where are the movie stars You know, back in the day when we were marching and protesting and making a statement, the Hollywood joined with us. I don't, and I can see Hollywood sign from here. I don't hear anybody saying anything. Nobody's quiet as a mouse. And so that says a lot. Silence. I have a friend that says silence. No, nothing said is a lot said, he says. Nothing said is a lot said. And right now, everybody quiet. So then are you digging in, or are you leaving the country, or are you planning your exit? And then what? This is my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing. You see, this is the land where my fathers died. I can sing them same verses. They apply to me. They apply to me before they apply to you, because I was here first. I was here first. I didn't come in 1619. I was always here. Before Columbus, you need to check your books, your records, your history. Africans been coming to America, or coming to this part of the world since the 500s. Mm-hmm. In boats that came over, 500, 600. So the people who were here look like the people who were there, and we all look like me. Yes, they did. And so I didn't come here. My history does not start at 1619, period. That's your history of me. That's not my history. And don't let anybody tell you your history starts with the enslavement of black people in America. No. Because we the same peoples that came over here. And don't even talk about Columbus. He didn't discover anything. He discovered another way to hurt and harm a set of people in order to find gold. He took some people back to Spain in order to show what he found. And he found people who looked like me. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it himself. You see? You have to know your history, and that is what I'm happy to see, people knowing their history. I'm saddened by the fact that there are people who are not getting their Medicaid. And you said, well, Georgianne, they probably the rural white America. Okay, well, listen, I'm not even gonna get to that. I'm talking about not getting your Medicaid, period. Not getting medical help. I'm too sick for me to be dividing that into black and white. I don't do that. I'm saying that all this is going on here. You got to get a grip. So if they're doing that to them, if you say, well, that's white America, that's the rural white America, that's the Appalachian Mountains, that's the white people that really don't like you, they're about to lose all their stuff. But if they're doing that to them, stay with me now. If they're doing that to them, if they're treating their own like that, what you think they're coming for you? We need to get our heads out the sand and pay attention every day. Up there arguing in the hallways of Congress, I've never seen anything like it. And I hope people, are you happy with what you got? That's all I'm saying. And all my people who you didn't want a black woman. You didn't want a black woman. And I understand there's some black men that didn't want, how the hell you got here? Didn't no black man birth another black man. You all had black mamas, black sisters, and we give you black birth. And now you didn't want a black woman to tell you anything when it was a woman whose breast you sucked to get you to where you are today. That milk came from a black woman's breast. And now we're talking about, you didn't want a black woman? She wasn't smart enough? I don't want no woman telling me what to do. Well, who been telling you what to do all these years? I'm saddened by it. I haven't said a whole lot about it because that's not what I do over here. I'm wanting to be the one to listen, to keep us on track mentally and spiritually, so that whatever's going on around us, we don't lose sight of the row we hoeing. When you hoe a row with a hoe stick, it's got to be straight for anything to grow in it properly, you see? And so that's what I want us to do. We can't get off track. So I don't do a lot of political things, but I need for us to pay attention. I need you to get your families. I need you to see what you're doing with your money. Christmas is coming, and all of you are getting hyped. Don't you're getting hyped up. Do you see what's happening? People don't have jobs. They don't have jobs. They don't have, that just bothers me. They don't have jobs. They don't have jobs. I remember, it's not a good feeling. I remember, I'm not going to say what place. How can I put this? I was supposed to get X amount of money for doing X amount of work. And I went to the place where I was supposed to go and start that work. And it was a person standing there. I didn't know why my person was standing there. And I said, good morning. And he said, come over here. And I saw another woman, a younger woman, go in this space. And I said, so what's going on? And he said, oh, you don't have that anymore. That's what you mean you don't have it anymore? Because we put her there. And I was getting ready, and there was nothing I could do about it. Not one thing I could do about that. That is not a good feeling. And I cried. Oh my God. I was like, I know they didn't do me like that. But they did, and they laughed about it. Oh, I remember. Oh, I can call some names. I got receipts for it. And people who know me, you know what, who, when, and where. You see, and you know where they are now. Just saying. I was saying, so it's not a good feeling. These people have worked and they are trained, and our country has moved so far ahead. People want to come to America because we're smart, and we allow people to grow, and the economy has been good, and I just a number of good reasons to want to raise your kids here and go to school here and have life, and then you're going to die. See, you're going to die, people. Everybody in the sound of my voice is going to die. Having said that, including myself, why are we working towards something that you think we're going to live forever? And what is it that you want to live forever? What is it you think you want? What ideology is it that you want to live forever that is going to be progressive for the country? I don't understand it. And so I need for you, all my people that watch me, I don't do this, but I'm concerned about people not having their Medicaid, not having the hospital care. Because I'm one that I need all my stuff. I've been blessed with I take my 3 cancers, and all that has gone with it, and all that I don't have now, and that's, I'm okay with that, because I'm still here. I'm still here. But those people are relying on that. Oh, I'm not relying on, that's who I rely on, the Lord, right now. I rely on him. But they're relying on that telecommunication, that telepathy, that teledoctor thing. You see? They're not getting that. They need their medicines in these different places. And they're not going to be able to get them? We're going to are we killing people wholesale? I pray for you. I'm praying for the people who found out on October 1 they don't have any services anymore. I pray for you. Pray for you. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. It's got to be heartbreaking. And then let us pray for one another. You pray for me, I pray for you. Let's pray something good that we're able to move. Ask God to come in here and do something, make a shift. He's the only one. He's the only one that can do this right now. Because to hear them arguing in the halls of Congress about medicine for people who need it, oh my God. I don't know. See, I'm past that. They took me off from everything. That's all I got to say. I love you. And you can't do anything about it.